Hey friends, welcome back to Homeschool-ology. If you're a subscriber, welcome back. I'm happy you're here to chat with me today. If you're new here, my name is Nikki. I'm a homeschooling mom of 4. I currently have a 7th grader, 3rd grader, and 5 and 3-year-old doing a combined pre-K level, but next year we will have an 8th grader, a 4th grader, and a kindergartner and a preschooler. So today is a collaboration video with Davene at Calm in the Chaos and Shauna at Homegrown Homeschool. And today we are going to be sharing our family subjects with you guys. So the things that we are going to do as groups or as families in our homeschool for the upcoming 2023-2024 school year. So come along. So as I mentioned, this is a collaboration video. So there is not only myself and Davene and Shauna sharing, but a whole list of other homeschool moms ranging from secular homeschool moms like myself all the way to Christian homeschool moms and everything in between. And so you're going to get a whole bunch of different viewpoints and a whole bunch of different things to look at from the playlist that is linked down below. So after you finish here, I hope you will go and check out the host channel as well as that playlist down below. So let's jump into family subjects for next year. So if you've been around at all and you've been watching any of my videos that I've had lately, you might think that I'm going to be talking about history in this video. But shocker, I've changed my mind since I filmed a bunch of those videos where I talked about that's what I wanted to do. The more that I've been looking into it and the resources that I found that I really want to use, I just don't think that they're going to land very well to my younger 2 kiddos. I just don't think they're there yet. So instead of doing history as a family subject, I will be making a video all about that later on. This is what I've decided to do as family subjects for the upcoming school year. So if you haven't seen any of my selection videos, I'll link them down in the description box. But first and foremost, we're going to be doing woven melodies. So I picked this up last year when it was on sale at some point. I don't remember exactly when, but I knew we probably weren't going to get to it this current year. So I kind of had already decided that this was going to be something that we would be doing in the upcoming school year. So I just got my student workbook printed off. I've gotten part of the teacher guide printed off, so I'll show that to you guys in a minute. I'm going to turn the camera around in a second. So, but forgive the fact that it's not bound or anything yet because I literally just hot off the presses here. So, but we will be doing woven melodies. And so if you don't know what woven melodies is, I'm going to show you in a down view in just a second. So I'll meet you back here after that. Okay, so here is Woven Melodies. This is the student book. This is the one that I fully printed. I have the teacher manual over here that we'll look inside a little bit, but I haven't finished printing that one yet. But here's the student notebook, and basically it is a 36-week program, and you're going to spend a couple of weeks on several different instruments. So this one is the mandolin, and this one is the drum, and so on and so forth. And then with each instrument, you're going to learn about a different composer and then about how this instrument is in around the world, which I think is really great. So this is what a typical unit looks like. You have a diagram of the instrument, and then you have a blank page where they can fill in the labels for that instrument. And then you have the composer's information and questions about that. And then you have my world of mandolin, and it talks about here's some vocabulary words and what did you like about the mandolin and things like that. And it just continues on in this manner the whole way through all the instruments. And then at the back here, it does provide copy work for each. So this is the copy work for the mandolin. It gives you a quote from the composer that you were learning about, and so it does include copy work if you choose to use that. And then in the very, very, very back, there is a glossary. There is a glossary in the very, very, very back of all the words, and just it's a simple, standard glossary. So that is what the student guide looks like. And then you have the teacher's guide. And as I said, I don't have it all printed out, so I'm going to show you the bagpipe week. So this gives you the diagram with everything labeled, and then it talks about your composer for that week. It gives you all the information that you need. It tells you where to find the music and information to read about, and just all the information that you need is right here. So basically you would just read over this before you are ready to teach the lesson, and then you would teach the lesson. It does come with little like flashcards, little instrument flashcards. I haven't printed those out yet, but I might provide a little screen roll for you here. But basically it's just these things as little flashcards. So we're really excited about this. We haven't really done any formal music education. My oldest daughter did take piano lessons once upon a time, and my middle daughter is now taking ukulele lessons. So they've had a little bit of introduction to music, but nothing on like a grand scheme. And so I think this is going to be really fun for us to do kind of all together. And I think it's going to be a really fun, great program that's not high stress. And yeah, so that is going to be like the main family subject that we're doing, but I do want to, so I haven't done a lot of like classic children's literature with my older girls. We've done fairy tales and things like that, but we haven't actually read two classics, Winnie the Pooh and Peter Rabbit. So we haven't actually read these ones together with my big girls yet. So I think now we've seen the movies, they've seen the movies, they know the stories. I haven't neglected them entirely. But I think now is kind of a good time. I think because these stories are going to be engaging for my younger kiddos. But my older kiddos can still get a lot of value from them. They're kind of, you know, they're still in an age where these stories are going to be enjoyable to them. I mean, they're still enjoyable to me. Let's face it. We still like them as grown-ups. But if you saw my spring video I posted a while back, I said I was going to be doing this spring. That ain't happening, y'all. We didn't make it. And so, but since that video, I found that Brave Writer has the House on Pooh Corner, a dart guide for it. So I bought it and I thought I printed it off, and now I'm looking around and I don't see it. So I'm gonna put a little screenshot here for you guys so to show you what I'm talking about. Maybe a reel that's just a little bit of a flip through. We'll see. And so I will be using that dart guide, and then I will be pulling resources from Creative Fabrica. If you have not heard about it, Creative Fabrica has a teacher club card. It's only $2.99 for the entire year, and you get 5 downloads a day. I think. I'll double check that. I'll put it down here because I don't remember. I think that's what it is though. It's like 200 and something downloads a year basically. And so it's a really great deal. And I'm going to be pulling like all my preschool resources off of there, and we're going to talk about bears and bees and honey and all of that stuff, which is going to be a great tie-in to the Peter Rabbit, because in the Peter Rabbit we are going to talk about gardening, and so we'll be able to say, you know, how bees help us in the garden, and we're going to be learning about all the animals. So we've got bears, we've got rabbits, foxes, frogs, ducks, and we're going to be learning all about those and their life cycles. Nicole over at Secular and Free Homeschool, she shared this book. I haven't bought it yet, so I'm gonna put the picture here for you guys. And it looks really great. It's all different life cycles or cycles, and it has like the weather cycle and everything in it. And so I thought this would be a really great book to use with all of my kiddos, because I haven't really spent like a ton of time on that with my older ones, and I think it's still going to be engaging for them at that point. And with all of that, I have this quill that we didn't get to this year. We started it, but we didn't finish it, so I am going to use this. It's wild animals. So I'm going to use stuff from this quill to go along with both of those books, and we're going to do some like animal study and things like that. So that is my like plan. I will be pulling my bigger kids in on those activities. You know, I might have to beef up a little bit of things to make it more, you know, their style. But really what I'm just wanting to do is getting my whole family, all of my kiddos around the table and learning something new together. And so that's kind of what we're going to do. We're going to use those classical pieces of literature just to kind of be a jumping off point for us and learn about nature and animals and life cycles and gardening and all of that fun stuff. So that is my plans for our family subjects. So as I said, I will be doing history/science with my older girls. My oldest is going to do kind of all of it. My middle daughter is going to kind of come in every once in a while. My youngest, I might pull them in when it's something that is applicable to them. So that is technically going to be kind of a family subject, but I'm not really ready for, I'm like still ironing out my thoughts and plans with all of that. So I'm going to make a separate video on that. So if you will hit your notification bell, you'll be able to see when that video comes out. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell and give this video a thumbs up and stick around with me. Don't forget, you can always follow me over on Instagram at Homeschool-ology. I try to share as much as I can over there, as well as you can talk to me directly, direct messenger there. I am on Facebook, but that page doesn't get a lot of traffic yet. But if you're a Facebook person and you'd rather chat with me over there, I'm there as well. And let's see. I think that's it for me today, guys. So don't forget to head on over to Davene and Shauna's channels and thank them for hosting, and check out their videos, as well as the playlist of all the other moms who are sharing their family subjects for the 2023-2024 school year with you. So that's it for me today. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.